Hey, we're here. Creator Fury. I'm Aaron. I'm out here in Jersey and I'm co-hosted with my good colleague and friend.
Leo Corbello out here in Manhattan, Upper West Side, Upper West, Upper West.
I think this should we should all of a sudden just talk about like crazy locations of where people are in the world.
Yeah,
But
no, this is very, of course, Manhattan's very famous and used in a lot of movies, but this particular neighborhood, it's like you'll see it in movies like When Harry Met Sally and You Got Mail, a lot of Woody Allen movies, there's a lot of locations. And down up my street here is the building where the kid from Home Alone 2, what's the name, Home Alone character? Stevie, Joey,
oh,
Kevin,
oh my gosh.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Because I just watched it recently.
We should know that. Like, boom.
And he goes to like his uncle's house here in Manhattan, but it's under renovation. And the address is up the block. But they didn't really shoot here. They shot it in California because it's a brownstone, but it's not the same. And it's not located in the same part of the block. And the buildings next to it are not the same. But people come and they have the picture taken anyway. Like,
we Manhattanites, we understand these things. So
because
you're not fooling anybody, Hollywood.
You used to live in Chinatown, right? With the not Chinatown, Little Italy.
Little Italy. Yep.
Tell that story. Where did you live?
Oh my gosh. We're gonna sidetrack here. We're not here to talk about Little Italy.
Yeah,
but yes, I had a brush with shall we say our Italian friends, businessmen.
A particular Italian guy, yeah. And you live right above their social club.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I will relate that story at some point, but not today.
No more, buddy. Yeah, that was funny. That was remote. You telling me that.
So today you have a premiere.
Yes.
Obviously, people who are watching this are in the future, but as you're watching this on Friday, November 14th, 2025, Leo has premiered a very special video.
It's a short film. It's a short film that we did. Creative people get restless. You know what I mean? So we got to do stuff sometimes. So for the creative sense of it, it was on a work job. And we covered this actually in our first episode regarding the AI hack that I used in some of the scenes in this movie. But now the entire film, which is called Topo Fowls It Up, it's going with a really funny pun. It's now on YouTube.
Foul, right?
Foul, exactly. It's a pun, play on words, and it's only 4 minutes long. We did it for fun. It's more of although it's live action, it works more as a cartoon. It's like sort of cartoon action, cartoon humor. It's sort of like going back to stuff like the Three Stooges, in that humor. But it's based a lot on stuff like Mr. Bean and this very famous French director, Jacques Tati, who made a whole series starring himself as Monsieur Hulot, Mr. Hulot, who got into these predicaments, and it's all very silent cinema. I think Mr. Hulot didn't speak. I don't know Mr. Bean. I never really watched Mr. Bean. I've seen clips and stuff, but I never sat down and watched an episode.
Yeah, there's only so much for me as for Mr. Bean. I can only take a little bit of it. Like it starts to get a little bit like,
it's only 5 minutes long.
Come on, let's get through this.
Yeah. Did he speak though? Did he speak or just grunt?
No, most of the time it's fairly just like sound effects and grunting and
that's why it became very, very popular worldwide because of that. There's no translations to it. It's just him, doing sort of slapstick humor is very universal. If you do it right, people all over the world will get it. And now that we're hoping for an international audience, we're just doing this as a goof. This is part of a larger project. I wrote like a 1 hour long script, and this is one of the scenes from the script that we sort of started it differently and ended it differently to make it stand alone. Otherwise, there was another scene that led to this one, and then this scene would lead to another one in the film, the action itself. But we created these two little cap in the front and the end just to get the story going, explain to the audience without being just a a non sequitur. So it really stands, I think, alone. And it's fun. It's a fun, cute thing. Isn't it's safe for kids to watch. It's nothing except maybe the ending.
Well, I don't know.
It's
There's
a little
some violence. There is
It's
some
a little
violence,
violence.
right? We do see that red stuff.
True,
know?
there's this fake blood twice in it, but it's like we don't really see any contact, if you will. It's sort of like
There-
Hitchcock. In Hitchcock, you never see the knife hit the girl in the shower.
No, well, it gets very close to that belly, but yeah,
Yeah,
there is one
people
shot where it
people thought it was a lot of stabbing, and this is very Hitchcock influence too. It's been influenced by two films, The Birds and North by Northwest. So you kind of get the idea that what we're with that. If you watch the film, you're aware of those Hitchcock films. You'll see the references.
Yeah,
but today what we
for
want to discuss is, sorry, you have something to say?
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
You good? You good? Are you good?
You go.
Yeah, it's about the making of, behind the scenes. So we're gonna play it down. You've seen it a couple of times. I'm gathering, but maybe you can be the audience for this and tell us, ask me questions because you really don't know how this particular sausage was made. You know how to make the sausage, but you didn't make this sausage. So,
No.
So you ask me questions, and I can refer to you what was used, how it was made, and how we went about creating this. Because it was just two people. It was just the actor and myself. The actor is an accomplished photographer, so he was the cinematographer, meaning, stuff like lighting and lenses and f-stops, and we collaborate on the framing just like a director and cinematographer would. But then I was the one who handled the camera when the camera was handheld. Otherwise, we had it on a tripod. But then you'll see that, and you'll ask me which you'll see. I know you'll know what it is, but for the audience, we'll help them along. We'll teach them to show that you can do this. I'm not saying this is a great film. I'm saying two people can accomplish something when you're short of funds or short of crew. And in this instance, we were very short of crew, which is us two. And we picked this scene particularly from the script because it was the one we could do on our own without too much, without no budget, really. We just showed up, shot, and then we had lunch, whatever, and then went home. But then I could tell you time of day and how many hours it took and whatnot as we watch it. So we'll watch it down and piecemeal. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Because we'll have a link below in the description where you can go to the actual YouTube link and watch it yourself. And it's only 4 minutes, so it's good.
Yep.
It's a fun little
It'll be in the
distraction.
description and also at the end of the video. And there's also a short. I also created a 30-second short, which is a teaser or a trailer for the film itself. And shorts in YouTube, if you're a YouTube creator, are very helpful. They're both helpful to promote a video that was created or promote a video that you want people to see. So that short leads you also to the longer form of the video.
Yeah. All right. So, hold on. We're going to go full. Whoops.
There you go.
Let's start over here. Okay. So, yeah. So you've pretty much, do you want to set up any premise or anything? It's just this guy walks into the park.
Yeah, Curbelo is me. Ruiz is Anthony Ruiz, who's the co-producer. Like I said, the cinematographer and the lead actor. And he's a working actor. He just appeared this season on Only Murders in the Building. And last week he shot an episode of Law and Order. I think it was SVU. There's so many. It's hard to keep track. But I think it was SVU that airs in late December sometime. He played a retired cop in that one.
Well,
But that's his 12th.
It's always great to get an accomplished actor, or at least
Yes.
a working actor.
Yes, exactly. And this is 12th appearance in Law and Order. Not Law and Order, whatever universe. He's played everything. He's played the cop, the victim, the victim's parents, the ex-cop.
Was he ever the one who oh, the body?
Oh, the body too. Yeah. I saw what is this early when he played a cop who finds the body, which is a combination, you know. But yeah, I'll put his reel also in the comments if you want to see some more of his work.
Okay,
Not
cool.
comments, the info. Sorry. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead.
Here we go.
So here we're at the 93rd and 5th Avenue, I think. When you pause here a second, you'll see something that the sky is grayed out. We shot early in the morning. We were shooting these things like we were meeting between 6:30 and 8 a.m. During shoot days. And we try to pick cloudy days in order to have our shots match. You can see it's cloudy because there's no shadow on him. See that? There's no shadow.
Yeah.
And right now, if it would have been sunny, the shade would have been going behind him because right now he's facing east and the sun rises here in the northeast side of Manhattan usually and crosses, of course, to the west side that way, goes in front. It will be going in front of him and then over. But this is early in the morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock, what have you.
And I mean, was it important to you for, this is really sort of too much of a deep dive, but like for location, is it important for you to be as accurate as possible here? Is it important to the script? Because in the next scene, he's in a lawn area, and was it like supposed to be a famous lawn area, or is it just he's just in the park?
Well, when you're writing something no budget or low budget, you got to work with what you have available to you, either free or for very low cost or for no permits. I've shot in such a park before with permits because I needed to grab a certain location, something that I did like 15 years ago, or how long was it? 2015? I think about 10 years ago. No, it's 2025, right?
Mhm.
It was 20 years ago. Oh my God. Yeah, 20 years ago, I had to get a permit to shoot something because we're using the Curb Boathouse, which is on 73rd or 5th Avenue. And if you ever read the book, something like Stuart Little, when they have those boat races, it was in that pond. I used that pond for something, and I had to get a permit to shoot there. And it was no problem. It was free. Now, since then, the laws have changed. In 2011, the laws changed, and now they charge you $300. It was in 2011, $300 a day for a permit. It might be more expensive now. Plus insurance. Plus you got to have insurance. You always had to have insurance. We had insurance through a production company I worked for. They give me a rider. They put me on the rider or whatever it is, and I got insurance for the day. For this, no insurance. We stole the shots. We knew he had to go in somewhere, and this is the best. This proved to be the best, location because it really tells you, we go into the park, Such park is huge and you can find a place to shoot where nobody bothers you. Here, of course, it was rush hour, so there were a lot of people walking in and out, and I think we had about 3 shots of the master, but sometimes people walked into the shot that we had to, wait, what have you.
So did you take, is the ambient noise added in, or did you just record it
is
as
added
it
in.
was?
It is added
Okay.
in. Central Park is loud in every part of it. Usually when big films shoot in Central Park, they'll do it very early on a Sunday morning or something like that when there's nobody around. Actually, I'm lying. They cannot shoot on weekends. They shoot on weekdays. They'll shoot like early on a Monday or early on Tuesday, what have you, when there's nobody in the park. And they'll find a look and they'll just close off the location as much as possible. But the city itself is so loud that the noise is always floating. It's impossible to avoid noise. So yeah, everything here is the stuff that was captured by the camera or by my recording device, which I'll show later. But yeah, this is all post down, which is fine because this is a cartoony type of project anyway.
Right, and he's not speaking here at all, so
No,
that's sort of, moves to the production flow.
It's MOS, as I say, minus optical sound.
Or I thought it was mit out sound.
Right. People say both things. They say it's mit out sound because that's how the German directors would say mit. They couldn't say without, so they say mit out. That is the apocryphal story behind it.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk a little bit about that gray sky.
Okay.
Hey, Leo, I go.
That hack. Yeah.
I like the sound of like water going there. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. What happened? What happened? We have a little yip.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, what? What is that? What? And of course, that's AI. That was created with Firefly, Adobe Firefly.
Right. And if you look at our first episode, you'll learn more about how he created this one.
Yeah.
And
it was free, which is great.
It is great. So here, you know, like one of the things I sort of wanted to, because I'd started to try to color this before I'm not a colorist. I as a filmmaker, we don't know everything about everything, but so I did try to help Leo out and color this, but I gave up. So he had somebody else do this, and I was wondering if there's a more auburn or autumn look that you could give this.
Right. This was shot on S-Log, which is the Sony RAW, if you will, LUT, which helps you to remove all color. It looks very flat when you shoot it, if anybody who shot RAW or log before. And it gives you ample room to color correct whichever way you want. So I spoke to a friend of mine, not a friend of my colleague from one of the places I work for. He was interested in practicing more color correction, and he did a very wonderful job. And he goes, "Well, what kind of samples can you show me?" And I showed him stuff from the Wes Anderson film Moonrise Kingdom. You ever see Moonrise Kingdom?
I have not.
The film takes place like it's about Boy Scouts, you know, out in the woods, and just like any Wes Anderson film, it's very warm, very earthy tones. So we went with that earthy tones, and now Tony's skin here looks very, very, very lush, if you will, you know. So it really brought out his skin, his brownish skin. He's Puerto Rican, so it really, and then you see the greens are really lush, and the tree, see, had a tinge of green on it too, you know. So we went with that. That was our palette. Our palette was making it lush and earthy.
Okay, but it is a hot day, and he's indicating that through his acting.
Yes,
because if I just looked at like one side of this,
right,
you know, it looks more like a morning.
Right. Yep.
Oh,
That's
bird's eye view. Is that what eagles actually see, or falcons actually see?
They see kind of gray. They see, you know, they don't have that much color in them. But I put that little effect on it to give it more like an eyeball effect, you know?
Okay.
So that's another AI shot.
Yeah, that was a practical shot, right? Like
the hat is practical, and the eagle is AI, which is a great combination. I mean, that's how you should use special effects. You know, combination of both practical and special effect.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that had a very effective, like.
Yeah.
What?
And here I used a fishing line. Put the fishing line, and then I cropped the fishing line out by using, you know, since the camera was on a tripod, I used just a part of the video that didn't have the fishing line on it, you know.
I thought it was just two people. What's going on up here in the upper left corner?
That's a free shot. That's a production value. That's a guy playing with his dog, actually. That's somebody playing with their dog where they shouldn't be. That's illegal. You cannot have your dog in there, by the way. Central Park's not allowed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so we can file for infringement.
The problem, the dogs go in the park and nobody picks it up, and they're running. People don't pick it up, you know, unfortunately.
So we have our logo kind of covering up this guy's face so he can't see.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. You can't see him anyway. He's too far away. And we're focusing on Anthony, or Topo, if you will.
Topo. What's Topo doing today? He notices the squirrels.
Mhm.
And what birds were those? I don't know. Central Park birds.
Central Park, that's a grackle. Sorry, that's a starling. That's a starling. There's 120 different birds who live in Central Park, by the way. 120 different species of birds.
So now we're in his dream sequence.
Right.
Right. He wants to be in Puerto Rico.
It's not Puerto Rico, it's Rockaway Beach. So if you're in the middle of the Ramon,
the flag tells me different.
yeah, so it's kind of weird. He fishes out a bagel, you know, and then there's a scene early in the movie where he's doing this at home. So it's sort of a callback to that, you know.
Right, but we don't know that here.
Right, it doesn't matter because, again, this is a dream sequence, so it works anyway. Now, this is just the silhouette that I put across. And those are AI shots.
Right. So that's a fun little thing. Like he thinks he's in Puerto Rico enjoying a crazy setup there. Like what was that? Coffee and coconuts?
Because he's an urban guy. So, if you live in New York, in the morning you have your coffee, you have your bagel. So he still wants to live that, but in Puerto Rico, He's drinking coffee out of a coconut. It's all weird stuff. The coconut was Tony's idea. So I said, how if you drink coffee out of a coconut? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Sure, why not?
And this obviously was a different day than the Central Park stuff, right?
Yeah, I think all in all, we had about 4 shooting days, 4 meaning that we did a few hours here, a few hours there on 4 different occasions. And here we took the ferry from Spanish Harlem, where Tony lives, and it's about a 2-hour ride, man.
Really?
It was really hot that day.
It looks like it.
We sat there for about 4 hours. We got there pretty early in the morning. You can see how hot the sun is. You can see how the shadow is. The sun's really high right now. And I use some reflectors. I use a reflector. I have Cowboy Studio reflector, which is
Hold on. Let's look at you.
very nice. So this is the reflector. Right now, actually, I have it in my window, scrimming the window at the moment. But inside, we have you cover the reflector with different colors, and tones. So for this instance, we used the gold side to give it a golden hue, But then I was able to also use this side here, which is more a scrim, a see-through, to sort of fade some light away from him,
Mm-hmm.
So that shot that you see is kind of golden a few times because we have the reflector on gold side,
Yeah. Oh, it goes back.
Oh, it went back. What the?
What? All right.
Yeah.
And so I love this. This is pure Leo Gold comedy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's also sort of a callback to the opening scene where he's eating a bagel at home,
Right.
But again, it works in this instance because he's having a feverish dream, if you will.
I love it. All right.
And the wardrobe is all Tony. The wardrobe it's all his. Suspenders, his idea. We bought the suspenders for the shoot, as well as the hat.
Okay, so the suspenders are in the real world version in Central Park, right?
Yes, yeah. Just odd to have suspenders over a Hawaiian shirt, but
All right. Violence, children, look away.
That's pain. Because again, that will play in the next scene. If we shoot the next scene, it will be part of that scene. When he gets treated for the wound,
You do have plans to continue, right?
We'll see how well this does,
Okay.
One thing to do, we can't shoot the feature. We could shoot just little different clips of Topo and different adventures, which lends itself more to YouTube, especially the way we shot it. We shot it, very, how do you say, guerrilla style. I showed up and shot it. So showed up and shot it. We used, in case you want to know, we used the Sony ZV-E1,
Well,
which
hold
is a
on.
very
Whoa,
inexpensive
whoa.
camera. Well, it sells between $600 to $800 depending on when you get it, and it's 4K, and it has a screen, and it has a the lens I think is 30 to 75, something like that, or 20 to 75. So you can use it both as a wide angle lens or telephoto lens. Doesn't zoom in that much, and we do have another wide angle lens that goes in front of it to make it even a wider angle. And we use that. You can see it when the hawk POV, that is from the wider angle lens, because
Okay.
the effect itself kind of shrinks it a bit. So we had to go much wider in order to get the idea of the eyeball. And it's
Got it.
right here. I have 1 second. I'm getting out of the way. I'm not over.
You know what we'll do is we'll put like
Yeah.
a link down below into like to Amazon,
Right.
or if you want to.
Everything's pretty much
We have
bought
no
through Amazon.
affiliation.
Right. No affiliation, but this is the Ulanzi 50mm adapter. Not 50, sorry. What am I saying? This is wide angle. I don't think it give you an actual millimeter, but I think it's about 20. I think it's about 20 millimeters that it widens up to. And then it also has a built-in macro lens. So you screw it off like this. Ow. Then it becomes a macro lens. In the macro lens, you can get really close to something. If you want to shoot something like a flower or a bee or something, this part makes it.
Hey, you're upside down in that lens.
Wow.
We should have a whole. We'll have a whole episode.
It's groovy, man. It's groovy.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
So it's a very
turns
nice
into
lens.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, good quality. But it saves you a lot because you just put it in front of the lens. Another thing we don't want to do is get a DSLR camera for this project. DSLR cameras, you're very aware of those. You gotta take a lens out, clean the lens, put it in, take it out, clean the lens, put it back. It's a lot of that, So we wanted to get a camera that had a zoom on it, just to avoid that issue. The only time we changed it was when the times we prepared to shoot something with widescreen lens. Anyway,
Gotcha.
continue.
All right, so he's coming out of his dream.
Right.
It's always fun to watch this again.
And we picked a part of the beach that was very desolate. As you can see, there's nobody around. We went to where the red flags are when you're supposed to be swimming. And that's like some sort of makeup he had. I think it was
camera move there.
lipstick.
And this is all handheld, stabilized.
Well, stabilized, yes. That's all stabilized. I'll show you the stabilizer we used. And you see how smooth this is? And I'm running with the camera.
That is, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh no. What? Oh no. Oh no, wait. I'm feeling...
Let me just show you the stabilizer we use is the mini DJI Ronin RS3, right? Which is very fancy. And of course the camera goes here, has a shoe that goes here. And then this is all locked right now, but if I unlock it, you'll see where is it? I haven't used it in a few weeks. There we go. It's not turned on, but you got to balance it, which is
yeah,
pain.
that is such a pain.
So
then
when you
for
put the
people
lens
who are
on
watching
here,
this is not a drop in, lock it and go.
Right. Now, but what I did was what you have to do is this. So that way, this is and I can run with this, and I can hold it up high, and I could fly with it. That's how we got those shots. But what I did was, I have a book. So I created a chart. You create a chart, right? At home.
All right, you have to hold that closer.
So at home, I created a chart, which is chicken scratch to you, but to me, it's the lens balancing Bible, right? So what you do at home is that you create all your setups, right? You put the camera on here, you put the camera zoomed out, and you balance it. And then, but you have to balance it out by these numbers here. This creates the camera here will slide front and back, right? To find the right balance. And it also slides up and down here to create the right balance. And it slides back and forth here. So it has 3 different axes where you got to adjust in order to make a.
I think we, at some point we should do like a real like how-to on that, because it is a very, you have to, in order to balance your camera properly, it would, you really have to get in there, and it takes time.
Right. And it takes a while. It takes a while, but once you figure it out, you create each setup. And then we only had 3 lenses to worry about: the 24, the 70, and then the 24 was the one we added, right? And then we have the wide shot and the tight shot, which are the ones built into the camera. So you balance it out and you write down where to place each bar. The bar that slides, you have 3 bars. You figure out where to slide it. And also the shoe of the lens should be forward or backward. So there's like 4 places that need to be adjusted. But you do this beforehand, days ahead of time, knowing what lenses you're going to use. And then once you're on the field, you just go bloop, 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 bloop. You punch each number and you're good to go. And never had an issue. Once you have, but you got to have your little cheat sheet for sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Continue.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's super, it's super important to understand that, because, and Ronin doesn't even, like, it's not one size fits all. You have to also make sure that your camera is, fits within the guidelines of whatever Ronin version that you purchased.
This is the smaller one of our.
I made a mistake of buying that for my C70, and the body of the camera kept hitting the side of the device, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
I had to return it.
Right, and this happens as well with this, where you got to make sure any peripherals, like if you a microphone, any an exterior monitor, all that stuff needs to be counted into the weight of the camera once you're balancing it.
Exactly. All right, so let's now we have more knowledge on that whole situation. Right. Let's watch that sequence again.
Okay, so right now I'm running backwards. Now I'm running forwards on a high angle. Now I'm running backwards again, and now I'm running sideways with the camera. Yeah, I'm chasing him again. And now it's me with the camera doing the POV of the hawk.
Now I just want to I want to point out, like here, where is it? Right here, where you see it's again, it's a falcon, right? Yep. Or
it's a falcon, hawk, yeah.
Hawk. This almost looks like a green screen, the way that this is set up, and the way that it's just interesting to me, because it's so, I don't know, there's something interesting about it that makes it feel like he's not in the shot.
It's the artifice of it, yeah. But he's there. The eagles, the hawks are brought in later on. The hawk was on a green screen because I made the AI put it on a green screen to be able to silhouette it easier.
Right.
Yeah. And again, that's practical and CGI, because the feathers, we dropped the feathers into the shot from above, like this, like.
You just dropped them?
We just dropped them in. And then I just added this thing I found, which is like a cloud of red blood.
You just dropped them.
Yeah, they just dropped in like that from the top,
I love it. And I love all the extras in the background.
Yeah. They cost a lot, those extras. I get feathers from Amazon. Bought a bag of feathers.
Oh, you know what? We should put a link down below about where you can get those feathers.
Yeah, I got it all Amazon.
You can do this yourself.
And the reason I bought it on Amazon, I bought once we had all our props and equipment that we needed. We knew the props were gonna be just a one-time use, but the equipment we have, in perpetuity. But I bought it all in one big chunk so I could pay it in installments, with no interest rates either. So we're paying it off monthly still, for a year, as opposed to spending the $900 a day.
Right,
So,
right.
Actually,
that's good.
I think it was $878 actually.
But now I mean, even on a very, very tight budget, and you can pay over time. I love that. That's great.
I'm not saying that I've done this, but let's say a friend of mine bought a prop once for a short film, shot with it, and then returned it to Amazon. It was a $35 prop. I'm not saying it was me, but somebody I know
I
bought a
heard
prop, used it, and then packaged it back up and returned it. So, yeah. So there you go. Great acting, amazing acting.
Oh no, the cops are arriving. They heard about the violence in the park. And this guy, he didn't notice the bird at all.
No.
Wait.
So it's another combination of.
I love this. Everybody.
So that was all digital. The hat's also digital. And that's not when it flies away.
Wait, what?
It's not practical. So the hat's not practical. It's digital as well. When it flies away, the hat. If you see the hat there, right? What I did.
Seriously, I thought you did another fish wire thing.
It's a Photoshop mask at the bottom, right? And then I just removed the hat from the shot digitally, and then silhouetted it, and then moved it in After Effects. And After Effects is the flight of the bird, and the hat is After Effects. And to give to give a little more realism, I put it behind the sign. I silhouetted the sign is also silhouetted in Photoshop and brought up as a layer inside After Effects. So now you have.
So the sign's not even in the shot. The sign's not even in the shot.
Well, it was to begin. It was for real. Is there? It's in the original plate.
But you removed it.
I put it in front, right? I silhouetted it and put it in front to give a little more realism, because the angle of it, he had to be behind it, And,
nice.
So that was easy to do. Photoshop and After Effects.
Right, right. So was that a second bird?
We don't know. Is it the same bird?
Did it come
bird?
It actually only just left a few feathers, because we didn't see any bones or blood
or beaks
or
anything. Yeah. Is it a second bird? Is it the same bird?
No birds were harmed in the filming of this video.
No digital AI birds were harmed in the compilation of this CGI mess. No.
So that's great. Is there anything you also want to talk about that you felt is very important to this, other than it's premiered today?
It's premiered today. The audio was done by our friend Michael Tedesco. Michael Tedesco. We used to work with him at Young Rubicam back in the day, and he's a musician, and he does a lot of his own music. Has his own what do you call those channels? SoundCloud channel. He's got his own music there as well. So I'll put a link to his SoundCloud. There you go.
Michael Tedesco. Okay.
And we shot this at the beach. I said, let's shoot you dancing. Maybe we can use it as a credit sequence. After we were done shooting for the day, and it was it's production value. It's free. It's at the beach, at the sun.
It's fun.
Yeah. Sound wise, like I said, most of the audio, 99% of the, or not 99, but I would say 85% of the audio is all in post stock audio. But but some of them we were able to capture right off the camera. Like, this is pretty nice microphone here on top of the camera, and it has a built-in dead cat, as we say, right? And so his screams and all that came straight out of the camera. And at times I also used, where is it? I have it here somewhere. I used a sound recorder. Oh, here we go. A sound recorder. This was gifted to me. And I have another one that I got at a thrift shop, believe it or not. This is a Zoom. I also have a
Not
Tascam.
not the not the podcasting
No. This is a Zoom.
conference calling device.
Right, which is a great, and this thing is pretty old. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, 8 years old or something like that. But it works great. And it has, it has input for XLRs in the bottom. If you need to, you can see that. There we go. XLR inputs.
And I always prefer XLRs.
Yes, because mini plugs they're too sensitive. They have a lot of, what do you call it? What do you call it when the sound waves hit it? Electricity.
Feedback or disconnection.
Right. Yeah, I can't think of the word right now. But this is a great device. Somebody gave it to me. Well, Nectarios gave it to me. Our friend Nectarios. He had it from his old job. They didn't need it anymore, so he gave me that. And this comes with also
windscreen,
a dead cat on it too. And so a lot of the audio was recorded with this, especially him talking or screaming and whatnot, or some of the footsteps, him walking. I went back and did a little Foley so we can put it into the shot, things like that, But again, if we were shooting a big dialogue scene, it would have been all mic'd up. But for this, it was kind of going back to the MOS piece.
Right. Then
you don't really worry about the audio.
In those situations where you have more dialogue and you have loud sort of scenes, you sort of have to. Then you have to. Would you consider getting a boom operator in there, or would it be something you just go, let's just do this in ADR? Or
right, it would have, if we had the luxury to have a boom operator, which we do have a boom. Where's my boom? It was also part of the package that we bought. I have a boom here somewhere, and I want to show it because it's a nice boom. Somehow my boom disappeared.
That's all right.
That's all right.
It's basically just a long microphone.
Right.
With a windscreen or some sort of,
and I think when it comes to small productions like this, you don't need to have labs, because labs are very expensive. And for a lab, you definitely need somebody to be writing the levels the whole time, right? But with the boom, you have a boom operator who can point, let's say, 2 characters speaking, go back and forth. And now we have the technology to clean all that stuff up. If you have crunchy
so no need to
audio,
go back in ADR.
Noisy audio, you can clean all that up easily. You can dump it in Adobe Podcast, or you can dump it into any kind of audio software and remove all the background noise.
Don't say dump. Push upload to.
Put it in. Slide it over. So we weren't worried about that. But if we were to record a dialogue scene, we would have used the boom mic, which we bought just in case, as part of our package. But we didn't get to use it, which is good. But like I said, we have all the scenes in the long form script that has dialogue in it. So we'll use it sooner or later.
So in context to this is more of a creative outlet for you.
Right. Yes.
Typically our clients aren't asking us to film narrative stuff like this, but how would you, in terms of expressing your talent and your ability, in terms of or maybe I should reframe this. How, in the end, you decided to sort of stop shopping this around based on, did you do some testing with it, as far as audience goes and that, or what was your follow through on this?
It isn't that we're gonna shop it around. It was written to be shot cheaply by us. It wasn't like they're gonna say, "Oh, let's see if anybody can fund this for us." It was written in a way where each scene would be shot with 1 or 2 or 3 characters tops, and then do it over time, and compile it together into one long piece. Idea we had was also, once this piece was finished, to bring it to festivals, you know. So we weighed all those options, and we say, you know what, let's just put up on YouTube, see if it grabs any traction, see if people like it. Your friends always gonna tell you they like it, you know, or say, "Ah, very nice job," and you get that. So you kind of want to put it out there and see if people who don't know you give you feedback, you know, and then that traction will lead you to
Is
let you
there
know
any
if it's
hope? Is there any hope to sort of, if you get interest and excitement on that, to go beyond and finish the film, or do you want to go back and reshoot it with more money, or
no. I think if we will get some traction on this, we will probably just shoot another scene and make it standalone instead of making a script, make it one long story, then make it standalone. Because
sort of
first, if
make a
this
series
doesn't work,
about Topo,
yeah,
you know,
Topo
and all
getting to
this?
scrapes, you know, doesn't things like that. This this scene, to be part of the longer film, it needs to have a different opening and a different ending, which we shot, you know, just in case. But then we would have to recreate the whole thing as one long piece, you know. And is it worth it? We don't know yet. Again, now with the internet, you can do that. With YouTube, you can do that. You can just put it out there, see what people say, you know, because
It's
ideas are a
nice.
dime a dozen.
YouTube is a great testing ground. I think it's
Ideas are a dime a dozen. You have a dozen ideas. I have a dozen ideas. You know, the whole thing is getting it made. It costs money.
I think
Yeah.
mine can be worth 11, maybe 12 cents.
Well, there you go. A dime a dozen. Well, there's no more pennies anymore. They stopped making pennies.
I
So you
know.
can't say a dozen. You
Who's
can say 12 cents.
responsible?
10 cents. Funny because I was in Florida on a corporate job a few months ago, and they wouldn't take coins at all. So if something was $12.20, they charge you 13. It would they wouldn't even round down. They just charge you straight.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. If you pay with cash.
I'm not into
Here,
that.
here at the Dwayne Reed, the pharmacy in the corner, if you could buy something, they round it down. So if it's $12.50, they only charge you $12. You know.
Well, that's a
So,
kinder way of thinking about it. Yeah,
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
If more businesses were like that, then I think we'd be a nicer country.
No, but
Partially.
I mean, that's a whole political discussion, but, you know, in the future, nobody's gonna have money anymore. It's gonna be just, you know, a barcode on your wrist, you know, getting you may want one at
Not even that. I'll
$28.
be just like retina scan, you know?
Right, yeah, yeah.
That DNA will tell them all about who you are.
Well, even, Whole Foods now, they have a scanner for your credit card, then a scanner for your palm. So you can choose just to pay with your palm. Have you seen that?
Right, I have seen that.
Yeah, I have not had my palm scanned by
Okay,
by Jeff Bezos. I
I'm not
haven't
gonna
given Jeff
show too
Bezos
much
my
surprise. Oh yeah, that's how I start my machine.
Yeah, I've not given Jeff Bezos my, how do you say it? My fingerprints yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, hopefully I won't have to do that.
Soon
That's
they'll be
kinda
coming
scary.
after you.
Yeah.
You saw that Monty Python skit where they come for his organs before he's dead?
Yeah, yeah. You signed the
You
card, didn't you?
you
Yeah, but I'm not
signed
dead
it?
yet. Yeah, but we need them.
We need them now.
We need that.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, well,
That's all I got, man.
this is fantastic. Well, you know, in framing towards our short form content, our
Mhm.
business-oriented promotional ads, I think this is highlights an important skill as filmmakers that we have to reduce production cost, make something that's effective. I mean, no one can walk away from this going, I don't know what happened, you
Mhm.
know. And it's a fun little commentary, and it kind of it shows the way of creating story, engaging an audience. You don't have to always sell exactly your product or your service. It's a lot about, like, you know, giving the viewer uh, a a a right or to engage, you know, and be involved and feel like they have something to relate to in the story.
And technically, also, it's doesn't cost much anymore to create something. We just had the one camera, the jib, and I did have a tiny little monitor, because you need a monitor. 'Cause the screen here is too small. The screen is too tiny,
Yeah, yeah.
Look, Aaron, it's you. The screen is too tiny.
I'm not looking at that.
Yeah.
When I
So
have my rig set up, my monitor's
yeah,
like
not even
this
the large of a
big.
monitor, but big enough to see this is our monitor, so that was good enough. I mean, it's like an 8-inch monitor,
I like that.
so it's good enough
We're
for the
gonna bring
field.
out. We're gonna bring all this stuff back out in another episode when we talk
Yeah,
about our gear and our setup here as well. I think that's
for the field it was great. It has it has a little hood on it. Put a little hood on it for the sun. Screen hood. That's all you need. That's all you really need. And then it goes straight to the camera, and you're good to go.
awesome.
And you play it back too. We played it back all the time.
Oh, fantastic!
Because
That's
you need
great.
that. There's just two people,
Yeah, I mean,
and that was it, man. That's
I am
what.
always, whenever I'm in a shoot with clients, especially if it's like an interview situation,
Mhm.
the client's always like, "Can I see that again?" And so very, very important feature to have, to be able to bring them back behind the camera and say, "Hey," or just keep them where they are, flip the monitor around and just hit playback, and they can see it from there.
Yeah,
So,
especially when they're paying you, they want to make sure they get in their shot.
oh yeah,
Usually,
absolutely,
they might
absolutely,
it's my
very
product in
much,
there,
very much
stuff like
cater
that.
to the client there. Yeah. All
All right,
right.
man.
Well,
Thank you for letting me do my spiel about the short film. I hope people watch it. I think we have about 30 views so far today. It's been online for about 3 hours.
that's
So
great. That's
10 views an
fantastic.
hour.
I love it.
Yeah. And it's not a
Yeah.
money-making scheme. It's just for people to see it. That's all.
And we appreciate you, the viewer. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for watching Topo. All of the views, all of the comments are helpful in elevating our appearance and where we pop up for other viewers in YouTube. Please like and subscribe us. Also, if you want to hear from us and want to have a consult with us about your project, please there's a link below and to sign up for 15 minutes to talk about whatever you need and see if we are a right fit for your project. Um, we also uh, we also have other episodes we'd love you to watch, and we'd love to see you in the next episode. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.